disables on their team. Like, Wraith King is not going to be joining any team fights. That's for sure. He's just going to be farming, so you can't really rely on his Wraith Fire Blast or something to start something.
Hey, you need to throw ultis to catch anybody. Terrorblade and Legion, they were trying to get on top of that Wraith King, but Ghost to be fast enough to get away from them.
I'm a very big fan of Angel's movement right now. Like, he farmed up in the previous meta, went to the jungle all the way to bottom. Now he's going to try and open up this bottom tower. And because he popped the meta, I think SG is going to feel a little reluctant on coming to defend this. And this is going to open up the map for Infamous. I was really worried that they gave up this top tower quite easily, and then if they don't take the bottom tower, they're gonna really suffocate on the map.
Dire's middle tower is under
It looks like they're probably gonna lose their mid one as well, though. Maybe gonna mount a defense as the Puck jumps the Rubik, just showing him that they're really willing to fight here. Beastmaster's also in a really great position with a Hawk over their heads, and that Mr. Gene's roll in towards Costabil's Wraith King is going to force the Supernova. It's a good egg, but Infamous, it looks like they're disengaged enough. Michaels should be falling here to the Necro units, as Costabile does find that nice little pick-off, and Witch Doctor actually isolated down in the river, slain by Theo.
They got the reincarnation here, so I wonder if Infamous, once they're alive on the supports, they're going to smoke up and try to kill him, and that was their plan. They did sacrifice 2 heroes defending this tier 1.
Because it is level 1 reincarnation, right?
Yeah, so the reincarnation is their saving grace here, and the Wraith King TP'd bottom, so you know he won't be able to go anywhere for like the next 60 seconds at least. He's going to be playing in this bottom area of the map. The smoke can, you know, you can kill him with some process of elimination.
It looks like exactly that. Witch Doctor's TP'd mid, has a smoke.
But the ward? Oh, the ward saw them.
Middle tower is under attack.
That high ground Phoenix ward.
Yep. Been talking about it this whole time.
That's a really good place, really good time, and the smoke pops on Rubik.
There you go. They broke it. They broke the smoke on the supports. That's really good by SG there. Get the information. Like, don't just run away. Break the smoke so your carry can continue to farm.
They're trying to cut through all these trees. It looks like they will grab KJ. He's created a lot of space for them, though, as the first duel win. Gets in the way of that Legion Commander as they do cast in onto the Phoenix here, but Park with a coil, trying to get out with a Wayne Rift, another orb, a shift, jump up to the high ground, and Phoenix still moving in with a Wraith King, considering the blast. Can't get it off in time, though, because Earth Spirit already rolled away. The dive onto the Phoenix, burning through him. Not enough damage to get the finish, though, and they do roll back in. Phoenix, after spending the dive, gets found and picked off by the Earth Spirit. 4-second cooldown on his mobility spell, showing that he is all over the place.
Another meta from Angel, going for the mid tower now. That's really nice.
And like Bowie's pinging out. Beastmaster couldn't get involved with any of this because he's not holding a TP scroll. Buys up his Necro 2, gets it delivered in. But a tier 1 mid there for Infamous.
It's a little bit awkward. I think ADR, he went for the coil play so he can take the Arcane Rune. So once you drop the coil like that and you're already retreating on your puck, you have no real business trying to fight that back. And I do feel like SG, you just gotta focus on their farm, focus on the split push. That's what they can do. And Infamous, they don't really have sufficient wave clear at the moment to deal with all the split pushing from SG side.
Yeah, we saw that, like you're saying, with the smoke that the Dire made. You know, Beastmaster was pushing top, Wraith King gets a bit of space, and the fact they noticed it gave them a lot of the map as free real estate, and they smoked themselves.
That Arcane Rune really baited them out. Where? They're looking for a TB down here, but he's not there anymore. And there's a smoke from Dire, so very interesting. This is
playing into their vision. But they don't see how the TB is smoked.
Yeah, exactly. Smoke the farm.
Easy. Where is everybody?
Easy clap.
They'll get a D-ward at least.
They know Wraith King. Yeah, look at Wraith King. It's like, oh no, I know what's going on here. They're not on the bottom half. There's only one possibility. They're coming for me.
I'm being ganked. Yeah, TP's bottom outpost. And now Angel's TB. He shows himself to the neutral creeps. There's a little bit of vision there. They do, right? Yeah. They've got to know.
Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Now they see him. There we go. Now they see him, and he's TPing home. They're like, okay, how did he end up there?
It's very good, especially with Beastmaster's positioning, like where he is right now. Literally, how did the Terrorblade slip through our net? Well, he's got himself Sounding Ash nearly completed on top of Dragonlance, 15 minutes in. Terrorblades at 8,000 net worth. is starting to become a real
Radiant's
threat.
top tower has fallen.
And the
It's
rest of
incredibly farmed.
Like the rest of Infamous, they are just roaming around as 4 heroes together, like giving a little bit of farm to Mariano towards Blink, a little bit to Mr. Jeans for his little items. I say little items, but it's kind of incremental items. Spirit Vessel, getting into the wand, the bottle, the blade mail. He's not going for one big hit. And they've actually walked into the Roche pit. Possessed Mask on TB. Go wild. There's absolutely nothing that would indicate this for SG to pop their heads in there, so it looks like a freebie for Infamous.
Well, a Hawk would be nice. I think it's on the way, but it's going to be way too late.
Dire's bottom tower
It is slowly flapping its wings from the mid lane, but Roshan is about to die. Earth Spirit's rolling around, trying to scout people out. Wraith King's TPing top, and I think now maybe SG have an inkling of what's going on. Prophet TP's in, the dive from the Phoenix, Supernova comes, Roshan does fall though, and Angel snatches the Aegis as the Radiant killed it, but look at them all die to the Supernova! It lands and Adriano's in there! The pit has been cleared up! It's an absolute slaughterfest, Infamous! It was a sneaky move, but my goodness, have you been played? SG, they've absolutely destroyed you with a triple kill on Adriano's puck!
Oh, that was so nice. The NP, I think it all started with KJ here just TPing in there, using the Sprout for the vision, dropping that Wrath of Nature that does so much damage, and then the egg was like on point. Nobody else could hit it but the TB, allowing it to pop off.
The coil stopped the Earth Spirit roll, everything works out.
So good.
Oh, it looked amazing for Infamous as well. You know, that sneaky play, SG have no idea, but nah.
Trent noted that the courier was spotted running past the ward.
Oh.
And that's why they knew that Roshan was being taken there.
Damn.
And the Nature's Prophet, because the Hawk was late, right?
Yeah.
The Hawk was coming for the Beastmaster. It was getting there late. But the NP already TP'd in because of that courier. Yeah, people gotta stop like bringing couriers when they're rushing and when they're smoking.
It gives everything away. Prophet, thinking about going for another aggressive TP.
Dire's top
Cancels it in the end. But this Adriano puck, still with a double damage rune. And he's hunting. Who's he going to find? Blinks forward. Axel. Oh, poor Witch Doctor. That's just a couple of hits. Oh, wicked sick puck now. Is
so good now.
Yeah, Terralyn Rubik on the run.
They know the meta's still on cooldown and they just want a huge team fight. They push out the lanes. Infamous have to go out and get these lanes de-pushed, so they can't really, split too much on the map. And SG know that.
And this is all before Wraith King even has Radiance. We're not even looking at the power spike of SG around that big 5-man ball up around the Ratty Wraith King. Just been some nice, slick moves.
Yeah, I can totally expect right now in Infamous's voice comms is just silence. Just silence.
Just
There's nothing.
Yeah, you can't say anything. It's like, shit, well, that just went really wrong, didn't it?
Yeah, and then there's going to be silence for about like a minute, and then someone's going to be like, hopefully there's someone who's going to be like, all right, guys, it's okay. We can still do this. We just got to go here and then get this item and then take a team fight like this. You need a player like that right now on the side of Infamous because they just ruined themselves with that Roshan play. Lost all their heroes, lost all the map control.
If Dota 2 teams could have their coaches in there, Coach Gary would be saying, at least the enemy team didn't get the Aegis. You got it, and then died straight away, but, looking on the bright side, SG didn't walk in and steal it.
Dire's top
I did get the gold for killing Roche, though. If I remember correctly, it was snatched by the Dire. But now Infamous, you're saying there's that one player that's saying, go here, go there, get this item. They've got a couple of wards over on that Radiant side of the map, and maybe they could play into them, but they're trying to roll mid. Puck too quick, though, and they turn with the roar. Phoenix back in onto Mr. Jeans. A tanky Earth Spirit, though. No chance to blow him up just with those 3 heroes.
Under attack.
But you can see that. And maybe it's not desperation, but it's definitely an itch to go and get a kill, especially one of those core heroes. And Mr. Jeans is definitely this Earth Spirit that wants to be able to latch onto some of these targets as they smoke out from that mid lane. And Kostabil's Wraith King, he's a little bit out of position. They've got Blink duel, but the Radiant scan, it connects on them and they know that this movement's coming. SG fully adapt, Wraith King far west, everyone else hiding behind that tier 2 mid lane, and Prophet gets the split push on down in the bot spot, so Wraith King can just frontline mid. Where's your smoke, boys? Come on. Run at the Wraith King. Let's see what you got.
No. Let's not run to the Wraith King. No. Coach Gary, what are you doing?
No, so that's not Coach Gary. That was Gary role-playing as the Wraith King.
Oh, okay. All right. Got it. That's the last person you want to run into. That's for sure.
Yep.
I mean, I want to see Infamous just... it's a really hard position that they're in because SG, as long as they keep split pushing, you don't really have many moves to make.
And it was a problem that we kind of saw.
They found him. Oh, no. Bye-bye.
Angel roared up on his way back towards his own jungle, but dead and without a trace of him left near that Roche pit. He drops the voice chat laugh, and you can tell there's tears in his eyes because they've got the Legion Commander too. Coiled, sprouted, Mariano trying to juke around with a pressy attack, healing him up decently. Has a blink dagger, in fact, so could actually look to escape. Legion somehow slips away. The grasp of SG not firm enough.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Prophet TPing back in towards his Wraith King. Yeah, it was a problem that we saw at the end of the draft, right? The summons of SG and the lack of D-push from Infamous. And it's kind of why, I was asking, was the Legion Commander the answer to all the Necro units, the Treants, the Skeletons? She can clear them.
The Legion is fine. Maybe the Rubik was just a mistake in this draft. Because, I mean, you can steal Coil, I guess. You can steal some nice puck skills, but I have not felt anything from the Rubik as of right now in this game. Maybe you just had the Earth Spirit as a support, or you pick another position 4 instead. I mean, a Winter Wyvern could have been interesting. I can't remember if it was banned or something like that in the draft.
Yeah, good shout.
But, I mean, I think that would have been much better.
They have those big Winter's curses. Especially like around Legion. Supernova. Like you can curse someone, let summons kill them while you focus the Supernova.
True. Well, it's good against the Beast, especially. I do like Legion, like for the duel against the Puck too.
Mr. Gene's rolling away.
Potential there.
Wrath of Nature bouncing across that map, and Adriano's Puck is hasted. Full retreat from Infamous. Only one hero out.
The drums on the greater tree and bottom. Look how much damage they're doing.
I'm sorry.
Tier 3.
That's a Nature's Prophet with no boots, drums, medallion, shard. Let's go.
This is the way you play NP now. You just get like drums and you get this shard upgrade. And you're just such a split push god. You get so much farm. You do so much tower damage. I mean, the tier 3 is at 600 health, and the only person who's done damage at tier 3 is the Nature's Prophet. That's it. Nobody else. And he gives so much space to everyone.
It's pretty disgusting.
I'm gonna tell you, Gary. In the future, like, let this patch develop a little bit more. This hero is gonna be like a first ace ban at some point. Yeah. Just because of this greater, like this shard and what he can do in the early game. I mean, people think he's a bad team fighter, but he's not. His team fighting spell is his ultimate. It does an insane amount of damage when a fight breaks out early game.
Yeah, and it's AoE, basically.
Yep.
Bouncing everywhere.
You combo it up with like Coil. I mean, this is just a classic like alliance combo right here. Puck and Nature's Prophet.
Puck and Prophet. Yeah, it sure is. But yeah, that Prophet build. I'll never forget Jenkins' video when the patch came out, where he was talking about Meteor Hammer, Boots of Travel, Puck with a shard, and you're just pushing non-stop. Don't join anyone. You're just TPing behind towers, shoving.
Yeah, I don't really think he needs Meteor Hammer, but you know, Boots of Travels and the shard is probably good enough.
It makes it work. Witch Doctor, 2 hits. God above. Costa Beale's Racing is ready now. Radiance, Blink, Midas. The rest of his squad is up top, and it looks like Infamous kind of want to get out of their shell and start something. Go and make something happen, but they're so timid.
Yeah, at this point, I think for Wraith King, he can go straight like Swift Blink or something even. He doesn't even need anything else. He's going for a BKB though. He just wants to secure the game, but I don't even know if he needs that item against Infamous' heroes.
Yeah, like Swift Blink or like an Assault Cuirass would be super good here as well.
I like Cuirass a little less because TB can take that. But
with Reflection, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's super
something
good.
To like burst the heroes.
I'm just thinking AC is super good with like all the summons. If you do, like, it's looking like the next team fight, SG are going to pretty much cruise through it. And if that goes to plan, you just take the entirety of the Dire base.
Yep.
And here is a smoke from Infamous. They know that this is a losing battle. Like the entirety of the map here belongs to SG. It's like an 80-20 farm split. 16k lead for SG, really reflecting that. And smoke, if it actually lands on this puck, could be huge, but the Lincolns is just delivered. This couldn't be a worse timing, and they actually go in onto it. Now the Supernova with a big dive and a roar on Legion. They've found the pickoffs they need. Infamous, they went into this thinking they could find the puck, but it just wasn't to be. Adriano dies. Adriano gets a double kill. Someone rolled a ball, and Angel's gone. The Terrorblade shredded. Who did Ribbit roar a boar?
Confused you with the roar on the boar. Yeah, he roared a boar. That happened. I mean, we've seen Sven Stormhammer on a boar now. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, classic
boar.
The funniest thing is, like, Sochka, when he roared the ball back then, it was like, that was a misplay. But nowadays, if it's Sven against Beastmaster, you would actually throw the stun off the board to kill it.
Exactly.
Well, the glyph expended, but tier 3 still falling. And Infamous, without that Terrorblade, can't really mount a defense against this. Wraith King is like one hit on that Witch Doctor, takes him to half HP. Adriano takes him out of the game. Beyond Godlike Puck at 11-0-6 right now. And your buildings are tumbling down. Another silver lining for Infamous. They didn't use Metamorphosis, so when Terrorblade now respawns, they can move in, try and find a fight. They've silenced up the Pug, trying to go back in with a duel, but the Lincolns gets popped, and they do actually find Adriano. The big streak taken away, and Mariano gets some bonus damage.
Still only 10 damage, Gary. 25 minutes into the game. Mariano wasn't even level 12 yet there, sadly.
Still 738 gold for Mr. Jeans.
Yep, this is looking really good this game for the TB, and then just one Roshan play. That's it.
And it all went under. But it's good to see, you know, the kind of switch up of SG. You know, the couple of games they had the other day, I think Zyra was saying in that interview with Costa Bill, was like, yeah, we didn't get to play our game. That OD first pick, it was a decent start to the draft, but we didn't get to utilize it as we wanted. This has been much more of the SG that we you know, come to love and respect and know.
Yeah, and not only do they have like a good draft, they also play very aggressively with their draft, which I like to see. That's one thing I was wondering about SG. You know, are they aggressive enough? Are they able to bring it to their opponents? And this game is showing that they can.
Dire are scanning.
And now it's their turn to Roche. The Dire scan it. But look at the Puck and Prophet. They are positioned pretty far away from the pit, and they're going to spot Mariano. Snaps the coil, but the Prophet's TPing on him. And look at KJ. Solar Crest drops, destroys him.
To the radiant.
Yeah, it's time to buff your greater treant, right? When you're split pushing.
Yeah, forget the Wraith King.
Some extra attack speed.
Don't buff the Wraith King, buff your treants.
Yeah. Gotta get that tower damage in, Gary.
You sure
that
did.
pad.
I mean, Inner Beast, Crimson, with the Vampiric Spirit, Solar Crest. Come on, KJ. You're the real carry now. TP's into mid, sprouts up. There are the big boy treants. 108 damage, a shit ton of attack speed, and the tier 3 just ceases to exist. Say goodbye to your buildings, Infamous. Without your Legion, you've got no wave clear. They kick the Wraith King under tier 4s, and Angel has a good amount of damage on him with that reflection. When that Wraith King comes back up, they miss the roll, and he blinks out with the Aegis of the Immortal still intact. A second lane of barracks for SG, and Infamous left scratching their heads, wondering what they need to do to get a team fight that goes their way.
They're in the fountain. They're gonna smoke out, I guess. But they got so many creep waves pushing into them. They really can't. So it's gonna chill out here. They just lose Irax and out they go. By the way, Gary, this is Peru server, isn't it?
Yes. It sure is.
That's worrisome. That's really worrisome.
Yeah, game 2 goes on to Brazil servers. That's where you'd expect SG to have another little bit of advantage there. Definitely a good sign for SG fans.
Did I hear you say KJ is going to be a carry with Vampiric Spirit?
No, just saying that he doesn't need to buff his Wraith King because he's the real carry now.
Oh.
Because they've got all these auras for his treants, so he's like, screw you, Wraith King. I'm going to Solar Crest my greater treant.
It was only like, I think a couple weeks ago, I realized that Maverick Spirit was not an aura anymore. That it only works on you and your little
I'm a
skellies.
dumbass.
Don't worry, I thought that's what you were talking about. Maybe you thought it was still aura, but I also just realized the other time. And there's so many things in Dota that they've changed, you know, it's hard to keep up with everything.
Yeah, like Rubik's passive, like they split it in two and put half of it on his ulti. Like the debuff amp is on his ulti now. That was something that took me a while to realize had happened. Silence of Theban.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest reason for that is because they didn't want the telekinesis to be like this long ass disable, you know.
Super overpowered, yeah. And it's scaling on your ultimate as well. And make sure that, I guess it's like a rescale rather than a straight up nerf. Yeah, he's a bit stronger in the late game, but weaker in that early to mid. Well, this game feels like it's just waiting for SG to put their foot down and say it's over. Costa Beal, he's working on that Mjolnir now. Jeez. BKB Radiance Blink, 21,000 net worth, and working his way towards that final lane of Barracks top. But they're making so much use out of the entirety of the map, which is, you know, really nice to see. Like Prophet's back farming in the triangle. Phoenix was farming jungle camps in towards mid lane. They're really making sure that, you know, A, they're getting farm on all their heroes, but also B, Terrorblade and Legion can't go and farm in those quote-unquote safe areas, which carries would like to do.
Yeah, I mean, they're just gonna have to send the base. There's no other movements for the side of Infamous, and SG, if they need to get this like 40k, they won't mind doing it. They got a little bit more time left on the Aegis though, so I think they will force it for now.
I'll roll in.
Kick him back into the base, all right.
But catch the Wraith King. Dual victory incoming for the Legion, or is it a loss? They do take down that first life, but in comes Adriano, forces the BKB and that Sunder from Angel, but Theo the core is dominating. A coil catching two in the back. Legion Commander all trapped up. They got the phase shift attack and the Waning Rift there. E-Blade himself up, and Adriano's out. Can't even touch him. The rest of his team focusing the tier 3s and the Barracks in that top lane, and Infamous without really a leg to stand on right now, cowering by their tier 4s, hiding in the fountain. This Puck with an arcane rune still going. Sight to behold. Mega creeps incoming as Mr. Jeans goes with a blade mail roll, magnetize, he's trying his hardest, gets the kill, does take it out, but has to fly back straight after. The magnetize is still going, Supernova's forced out, the Terrorblade, he can't run, GG is called, Mr. Jeans calls it, and they know that game 1 has been all SG.
One fight in the Roshan pit. That was it. One fight. And that was a fight before the Wraith King Radiance. So once the Wraith King Radiance came out, after that fight and all the lanes were pushed in, Infamous just couldn't get the lanes back out. They just did not have sufficient wave clear on the side of Infamous. And it was a huge, huge problem.